All right, thanks everyone coming out today. Hey, are there any first timers to this facility? Quite a few. Cool. All right.
Well, that's a lot of people.
Anybody has never been on a road course before? Is today the first time on a road course?
No,
Cool.
I've been on the road.
All right, thanks for coming out. So we'd like to bring you out here on turn one. It gives you a chance to see the condition of the track. You can see already it's a little damp. You can kind of feel with your, with your feet, the traction. So this will dry out probably by the end of the first session. If the sun stays out, it will probably be dry. You're going to be able to see a dry lie forming. But you can see there's still decent grip, even though it's damp. But at the same time, it's not full grip as you would when it's completely damp. This is turn one. If you're not sure of the track layout, you're looking in the direction you're going to be riding for first-time riders. We do have track maps. They're up on registration. If you got there real early, you didn't see it, we pulled them out of the bin. So if you need a track map, all novices directly after this, you can grab it when you go into the classroom. Braking markers over on the right-hand side, on your right-hand side, you're going to see number 1. Behind you is a number 2 and a number 3. Those are your brake markers. You're going to see those here. You're going to see those down in turn 4. You're going to see them on the back straightaway. You're also going to see them coming into turn 6. Those brake markers are the beginning of the corner. So when I say corner, the brake markers all the way down. So in this case, there's also numbered. You can see numbered on the fence. This goes all the way down to 4. So when I describe a corner, the corner begins where the brake marker begins, because that's when you're beginning to set up. Hopefully, that little orange cone, you're going to be close to that. That is the apex for turn 1. And the whole idea is to connect the dots. And the connecting the dots is brake marker, turn in point, apex, and then look for your next cone. Turn 2, you can see the cone kind of laying down there. That's your next apex marker for turn 2. And then turn 3, it's hard to see, there's a little corner there. So for those newer riders here, it's really connecting the dots. If you don't have brake markers, set in your head, and this especially intermediates make this mistake also, when you're using other riders as brake markers, you're never going to get it right in the corner. Why can't you use another rider as a brake marker? Because they're moving. From that point where you see, and you send the signal to your brain, to your right hand, they're going to be moving. So you need to use solid points. You don't have to use a number. You can find a spot in the grass, whatever you need, but just make sure it's not something that's going to move. And so that's why you need to do brake markers. It's connecting the dots. Brake marker, turn in point, apex. Passing. We have specific passing rules in each group. The novice group, you're allowed to pass at any point except in the corners. Now what is a corner? Remember, passing, the corner starts back at that 4 marker. So you want to be able to set up your position before. What we don't want is passing going on from that apex all the way down to turn 4 in the novice group. Intermediate group, we do allow passing around the outside, but you need to give yourself space. 6 feet, you need 6 feet. We do have longer corners here. Turn 4, turn 5, turn 9 and 10 does give you the opportunity to ride around the outside, but remember, you have to be able to finish the corner cleanly with enough space over the person you're passing. It is always the following rider's responsibility to take care of that rider in front of them. The advanced group, we allow passing at any point, but again, just remember, it's a track day. Keep in mind, we're just here for fun, and we're looking for 6 feet. Always consider the track hot. When you're coming out of pit lane where you bought your bike to tech, that's where you're going to come on the track. We're going to come down. For novices, intermediate, we're going to do some sighting laps. The novice, we're going to do a full lead follow for that first session. For the intermediate group, we do 2 laps sighting. But you're going to come down here. Consider the track hot. You can see where you blend in on turn 2. You want to stay to the left of turn 2. You can stay to the left of turn 2. It puts you right on the apex of turn 3. What we don't want you to do is come down pit lane, cut across those markers down there when we have riders coming in here. Even if you're first in line, don't assume there's nobody else out on the track. Always consider the track hot. Look over your right-hand shoulder, make sure there's no bikes coming, and then progress down the track. Never look behind you. That's why we make you tape over your mirrors or remove your mirrors. Everything that's important is in front of you. There's never a reason to turn around. If you're here with friends and you lost your friends and you're trying to find your friends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you exit the track, pit out, come down pit lane, wait for your friends to come down the straight. We'll discuss in a second how to exit the track during a session. You're gonna exit the track, come down pit lane, wait for your friends, and then you can chase after them. But there's never a reason to turn around and look behind you. Always looking forward, always looking far down the track. Never take off your helmet anywhere on the road course, here in the grass, anywhere out here, pit lane. The only time you're going to take off your helmet is when you're back in the paddock. There's never a reason. If you have a mechanical or something, we'll go over that in a second, but if you do have a mechanical, you're off in the grass somewhere, don't take off your helmet. Keep the visor up, loosen the chin strap, whatever you got to do, but never take off your helmet. Yellow flags. I got my little flags. Where's your flags?
I made them for you.
All right, we have a simple flag system. Yellow flags, it's a solid yellow flag. If you see a stationary yellow flag, turn 1 will be right behind you guys, and turn 1 will be right over there. Or if you see the flag up here, the porta potty up there, there's gonna be some flag workers. If you see a solid yellow flag, that means it's not waving, they're just holding it up. Normal passing rules apply on a stationary yellow flag. They just want you to be aware. Let's say in turn 1, you see a stationary yellow flag. There could be a rider in the black grass out here with the mechanical. Continue as you normally would. Don't put your hand up, don't put your foot out, don't do anything like that on a stationary yellow flag. You just have a heightened awareness around you that there could be something up ahead. Now, if you see a waving yellow flag, so let's say in turn 1, we let you know there could be a D-puck, a turtle, a chain, something in turn 1 that you should have a heightened awareness. But again, on a waving yellow flag, don't chop the throttle, don't grab the brakes, don't rubberneck. Whatever's up ahead of you, you're going to see it because there's only one direction to go. But on a waving yellow flag, there is no passing in that particular corner. So stationary, normal passing rules, waving, that means there's no passing in that particular corner. Black flag, if you see one of the corner marshals with a black flag, a lot of times they're going to be pointing. They're trying to point at somebody. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make you aware, we need you to exit the track or look at your motorcycle. There's a couple of different things that could go on in a black flag. Number 1, they're just trying to make you aware, hey, we need to speak with you, or we need you to exit the track as soon as possible. So, if you see a black flag, you think it's pointed toward you, even if you're surrounded by 3 riders, you're not sure if it's you or someone around you, assume it's you. Look down at your dash. There's a lot of red lights flashing, engine, oil, lots of weird things going on. Maybe you smell something. Assume it's you. If you think you're having some sort of catastrophic failure with your motorcycle, there could be fluid coming out of your motorcycle. In that situation where you think I'm having a serious problem, we want you to exit the road course as soon as possible. But we want you to do it in a safe manner. So you see the black flag, you're coming down turn 1, you think maybe you're having oil. Remember, if there's oil coming out, it's coming on your back tire, so you want to be careful with what you're doing. Also, you're laying oil down for those people behind you. So you want to exit the road course as soon as possible. If you're coming down turn 1, you think you're having a problem, you want to go off into the grass. Don't go straight off into the black grass. What you want to do is you want to get as far away from this road course as possible. You don't want to be anywhere near this. Remember, there's 400-pound missiles flying around this thing. You don't want to be anywhere near it. So go off into the black grass, we'll stop the session, we'll come out and get you. Now, if you see a black flag and it's pointing to you, you don't think you're having any sort of issue, you don't see any red lights, you don't see anything else. Also, if you do a boot check on a black flag, if you you see oil on your black flag, I forgot to mention that. Looks like someone shined your boots with oil. That's another telltale sign that you're having a problem. But if you don't see anything, your boots look fine, your bike looks fine, you don't smell anything, what we want you to do on a black flag, exit the road course. How we exit the road course here, this is the back straightaway, right over here on this other side of the wall. On the back straightaway, we're going to be going this way. So what we want you to do is we want you to hug this white line when you're going to exit the road course. Hug this white line, you can stick your foot out, you put your hand out, stay on the gas, continue to accelerate down the back straightaway, put your hand out, put your foot out. You don't want anyone to get between me or you and this grass. So at the end of the back straightaway, you're actually not going to turn in for turn 9. You're going to go straight off, you're going to go off in the runoff room. If you follow that runoff room, it'll bring you to the entrance of pit lane. What we don't want you to do is end up over here. Hey, you know what, I'm tired, I need a drink, I got a cramp, I gotta go to the bathroom. And you turn in for 9, and then you're like, oh, there's the entrance to pit lane, and you cut across over here, and then you have other riders coming around you. So make the decision when you're on that back straightaway, stay to that far left. Do not let anyone get between you and the grass. You don't want to be over on the right-hand side, because what happens if you're on the right-hand side? You're gonna have to cut across these people in order to get off the track. So keep that in mind. Red flag. If you see a red flag, all corners will be showing the red flag. You also may see a red light. I don't see a red light here, but we do have red lights stationed at different parts of the track. You see that red light shining plus the red flags. That means the session is temporarily over. Help your fellow riders. Put your hand up, put your foot up, let everyone around you know, hey, the session is temporarily over. If you see a red flag though, continue riding as you normally would. Please don't stop, please don't idle, please don't have a conversation with your neighbors about what's happening. Just know the session is temporarily over. We need you to exit the road course, just like we said, come down the back straightaway, come into pit lane, we'll hold you in pit lane, take care of whatever we gotta take care of, and we'll send you out. But please don't idle around. The longer you take, the longer it takes us to take care of whatever we have what we have to deal with. Checkered flag, real simple. We don't have white flags here. There's no last lap. It's checkered flag. If you see the checker, that means the session is temporarily over. That does not mean I have one more lap. Also, if you're out here alone, you can see it's a decent crowd today. If you're alone, like if you haven't seen another rider and you see people staring at you from pit lane and stuff, waving, that means the session's been over. They're gonna start to throw rocks at you, so keep that in mind. If you happen, I don't think it's going to happen today, but let's just cover it. If you happen to become separated from your motorcycle, let's say that's your motorcycle and you end up here. Couple of things. Number one, take a few seconds, figure out where you are. I'm in the middle of the road course. Number two, try to exit the road course as safely and as quickly as possible. Leave your bike where it is. Go as far away as possible. When we say far away, don't stand right here and stare at your motorcycle. It won't move, I promise. It'll stay there. Get as far away as possible. Sit up on the tires. Walk down. Like we said, 400-pound missiles flying around the track. You don't want to be anywhere near them. Get as far away as possible. In this situation, we're going to call the red flag. We're going to stop the session. We'll come out, pick up your bike, dust you off, and take care of everything.
Do not target fixate on the bike in the track. Pick your path and drive around it. You tend to go where you look. That's why Tony said get off the track, get as far away so nobody will hit you. Because even though you're up and running, you're looking at this, you're turning right into it. You're going to turn right into the accident. Pick your path, drive around the accident, and be safe. I can't read, I don't have any glasses.
He's stealing my stuff. It was rider target fixation, that was my next thing. You had to speak up. So yeah, target fixation, not only incidents like this, but if you have a buddy goes wide off the track, don't look at him. Because if you look at him, you're going to follow him right off the track. Always look where you want to go. If you want to go off the track and your buddy's going wide, just watch him because you're going to follow him right off the track. Keep it slow in the pits. As you can see, family, friends, everything in the pits, keep it slow. like idle 10 miles an hour. I know after being on the road course and going inside, 50 seems slow, but keep it slow in the pits. Idle 10 miles an hour, very slow. So standing on the walls at pit lane, it's more of a homestead thing, but we got to say it. If you have friends and family, good spectating spots, you can bring them down here, turn 1. You can bring them up in the berm, look at over turn 5, or you can send them out to turn 6. There's different spots to look at. Just don't stand on the walls. Tires. Give yourself, you don't have tire warmers, your tires need a good 2 laps to get up to temperature. How do you warm up cold tires? By accelerating and braking when the bike is straight up and down. If you try accelerating when you're leaned over, or try heavy braking when you're leaned over in that first lap, you may fall. So, braking, accelerating, whatever that is, straight up and down. You want to flex your tire when the bike is straight up and down. 2 laps, you should be good to go. The sun stays out, that'll help us also. So keep that in mind. Intermediate, we're going to do 2 siding laps, lead follow, cross the start finish line once, and on the second one we're going to bring you into the pit and then let you go. Novice group, please go see Leon over in the registration for the first classroom session. We're going to do the advanced group, first call, 5 of 9. I don't have my watch. 5 of 9. Any questions, come see me, and have a great day. Thank you.